Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel, Learn Data Analytics with Blessing. So today we'll be starting with the basics of Microsoft Excel, and we'll be looking at Microsoft Excel overview and its interface. We all know how the use or the application of Microsoft Excel in data analytics is very, very remarkable, right? But then, what is Microsoft Excel? So Microsoft Excel is a powerful spreadsheet application that was developed by Microsoft. It is widely used for organizing your data, analyzing your data, and for visualizing your data. So let's get into the business of the day. Join me.
Alright, so the first thing you see anytime you click on the Microsoft Excel on your desktop is this page. This page pops up. So if you've made use of Microsoft Excel before, you get to see the files you've worked with. You see them on recent files, but if you have not, you will not see anything here. So we have some templates already there in Microsoft Excel. You can see some billing statement, blood tracker, expense report, loan amortization, and some monthly budget templates here already. So but what I want to show you is just the user interface of Microsoft Excel. I'm just going to open a blank workbook by clicking on that. So here we are. This is the Microsoft Excel interface. The first thing we're looking at is the title bar. The title bar is one that displays the title of your workbook. So currently you are saying book 1, so you can always change it to anything you want to change it to. You can always rename it. But currently, by default, anytime you open a new workbook in Microsoft Excel, you see book 1 as the title there on the title bar. The next thing we're looking at are the standard Windows control. These are the standard Windows control. Standard Windows control. So I can, when you click on this is to minimize. If I click on it, it minimizes your Excel. The next one is to restore down. When I click on this, you can see it makes the tab smaller. I can maximize it. So this one is to cancel. If you want to close the tab completely, you click on this. So the next thing we're looking at are the quick access toolbars. These are the quick access toolbars. These are tools that you can quickly use to, do you want to undo your work, what you've done? Maybe you made a mistake and you want to undo it, or you want to redo, you want to reapply the steps you applied, you want to save. Then these ones you are seeing here to share workbook and track changes are the ones I added into Microsoft Excel myself. The next thing we're looking at are ribbons. Ribbons are like set of toolbars organized into tabs. So by default, Microsoft Excel has 7 tabs. What are the tabs? The Home tab, Insert tab, Page Layout, Formulas, Detail, Review, and View tabs. The PowerPoint what you are seeing here is something I also added into Microsoft Excel. Alright, and in every tabs we have what we call groups, and inside every group we have what we call commands. So currently we're on the Home tab. In the Home tab we have what we call the clipboard group. Inside the clipboard group we have the cut, copy, and format painter command. Here in the font group we have the bold command, underline command. You want to change the font color, you want to increase the size of your font or decrease the size of your font. Here in our number group we also have, you want to format your data, that is conditional formatting command, format as table command. Then in your sales group you have insert command, delete command, just like that. In every tab you have what we call groups, and every groups you have what we call commands. So if I say go to your data tab, here in your data tab, click on your data tab. In the data tools group, here's the data tools group. Place your cursor on data validation command. Here is data validation command. So that's that on ribbon. The next thing we're looking at is the formula bar. The formula bar is that displays the data of a selected cell. So if I'm selecting this cell now, it's showing nothing because there's nothing in this cell. So once I type in, let's say I type in David. Now you get to see the data I type into this cell, which is David. So this formula bar shows the data displayed in a cell. The data could be a data you typed in or a formula. So let's say I have 100 here in this cell and I have 2 in this cell. So I say I want to multiply 100 and 2 together. So I'll say equal to 100 times, that's shift 8 times 2. Then I hit enter. So you can see the moment I select this 200 like calculated with 102, I get to see the formula So I'm saying equal to, select this, shift 8, then I'm multiplying with 2. Hit enter. What I'm saying now is the formula that I inserted into the cell. So the next thing is the name box. The name box displays the cell address of an active cell. Currently, I'm selecting the cell, so it's showing me the address that it is H7, which means the cell is on column H and row 7. What are rows and columns? Columns are vertical lines represented by letters. You can see this is column A, column B, column C. These are vertical lines represented by letters, while rows are horizontal lines represented by numbers. So what forms a cell is an intersection between the columns and rows forms the cell. So every cell has an address or a reference. When I select any cell, I get to see its address here on the name box. So the next thing we're looking at is the worksheet area. This is the worksheet area. This is the worksheet area. This worksheet area is where you enter your data, where you can format your data, where you can analyze your data, where it displays your data actually. So you can see David 100, you can see them here on the worksheet. Okay, so the next thing we're looking at is the sheet tab. Currently we're on sheet 1. If I want to add more sheets to this workbook, I just click on this plus sign and I get to see other sheets. So you can see this sheet for sheet 1. This is a new sheet, sheet 2. This is a new sheet, sheet 3. This is a new sheet, sheet 4. So every sheet represents a worksheet within a workbook. So every sheet here, sheet 1 represents a particular worksheet in book 1. Sheet 2 represents another worksheet here in book 1. Okay, so the next thing we'll be looking at is a status bar. The status bar provides information about the current state of a workbook. So this has status bar under here. At the status bar, we have the zoom slider. You want to zoom in, or you want to zoom out to see your worksheet very well. So you can use the zoom slider to zoom in and zoom in. So we have the view buttons. Do you want to view your worksheet to be in a normal? Currently it's on normal. If I click here, the second button here is for page layout. If I click page layout, you can see it's showing the layout of your page. The third button here is for page break preview. If I click page break preview, I'm seeing the preview of the page break. So the next button here is we have the scroll bars. We have the horizontal scroll bars and vertical scroll bars. So what are these scroll bars used for? These scroll bars are used to navigate through your worksheet if it extends beyond the visible area. So if you have lots of data, let me go back to the normal view. Now, if I have lots of data and I know the data it's currently, let me zoom in. So I want to move to this side. If I'm going to go back, I'll just use the horizontal scroll bar to move back. So what if the data on my worksheet it moves down? So to go back up, I use the vertical scroll bar to go up. That on scroll bars. So the last thing we're looking at here are the Backstage view of Microsoft Excel. And for us to access the Backstage view, we are going to click on the File tab. Here is its File tab. Here. So once I click on this File tab, the File tab will provide me access to file-related commands like to the new, open, save as. So let's check it out. I'm going to click on the File tab, and here we have some file-related commands such as we have the home button, we have the new. So with this new, I can create a new workbook. Once I click on new, it creates a new workbook. Open. It says I want to open an Excel workbook on my system or my desktop. So when I click on the open button, it takes me to my desktop where I can now select a new folder or a new workbook to work with. So we have other buttons. Do you want to get add-ins? You want to get information about your Microsoft Excel, or you want to save this workbook, or you want to save this workbook as something else. We have different options. You want to print it, you want to share, you want to export, you want to publish, or you want to close it. So that is on the Backstage view of your Microsoft Excel. Alright, so by understanding this Excel interface and how to navigate through, you get to use Microsoft Excel to efficiently manage and analyze your data. That is that on the overview and the interface of Microsoft Excel. So I hope you're going to get one or two things from this video. All right, please do well to like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out from any of the upcoming videos. Thank you.